Father, when we bend inside, do for us what we cannot do for ourselves this our Lord. Father, not forgetting the victim this morning, Lord. Pass by Shantimel, Lord, do what last the house. Look over each and every one of them. Father, guide and protect. Father, help thanking you for health and for strength for them. My God and my King, remember Mr. Andrew this morning. I bring that son before and I lift him up to you. Father, look over him this hour, blessed Lord. Take him in charge. Guide him and protect him. Be whom you lend unto him. The spring of his body, wherever they locate all those who are dwelling with them. Remember them in the doors of mercy. My God and my King, his staff this morning. Both male and female, each and every one of them. I cannot name them one by one. But Master, you know each and every one of them by the name and by the number. And you are acquainted to them this hour, Lord. Pass by the folk and of that radio station. Remember the bonding center and even the chapel they do. The entire of the gap, the surrounding of the yard. I bring it before you this hour, Lord. And I lift it up to you, General Master, my God and my King. Remember St. Patrick, I bring before you this hour, Lord. Pass by sources this morning, blessed Lord. Remember it in a Mac and special. We all those I cannot say thank you. I'm saying thank you for them. Those in all different homes. Remember them this morning. Pass by curriculum again. Remember Miss Nancy household. I bring them before you this hour, blessed Lord. Remember Miss Juby's in your hand this morning, Master. Take her in charge. Pass by she whom this hour, Lord. Bless her, thou be so pleased. Remember them this hour, Lord. Miss Jacob, I bring before you. Father, pass by the daughter, Lord. Remember Carmen, I bring before you. Father, remember she daughter is in your hand this hour, Lord. Father, you know everything about them. Father, bind them together like one bone elastic that cannot be broken. You know there is time she up and there is time she down. But Jesus, I know you is able to do she body every good. Remember my friend in Hermitage. Pass by her this hour, blessed Lord, my God and my King. Father, what could I tell you this morning, blessed Lord? I bring every minister on the gospel before you, Lord, my God and my Redeemer, the entire force. Pass by the SSU camp. Reach out and touch each and every one this morning, blessed Lord. My village and my people this hour, Lord. My God and my King, as you tell the disciples to say, our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever, amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
Ade.
Okay.
Kenroy,
Oi?
you ever make fry bakes with coconut milk?
No. No, I never do that.
We
Make
got...
it this morning?
Well, you want to make it?
I don't make it. A piece of bread. You ever make it?
No.
Another recipe you giving me there?
But it must could make... If you could put coconut milk in roast bakes, you could put coconut milk in fry bakes?
Yes, you don't know what can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I never tried that.
You don't want to try, huh?
I say I never.
You don't want to try it?
I don't think. It might be nice, you know, but I don't think I want to try it.
Imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Fry bakes with coconut milk.
Yeah.
Some bull jaw.
Mm-hmm.
And a big cup of tea.
Cocoa tea.
Well, now you can make cocoa tea for me. You can make that. Agnes tell me not to do that. Agnes.
What for Agnes to tell you she don't telling you? Why is that she tell you?
Well, yeah, I don't know. He like she boy child now.
She like she boy child. Why she don't tell she boy child?
What?
Behave himself and keep himself quiet.
So you could be quiet there. You keep it quiet there. What do you? You are barely we. Boy child well keeping quiet. You don't see? You don't see me name calling anything? You don't hear me.
People and their mother name do call anything made bad. So is everything they name go call it?
No, me name do call it nothing, girl.
All right. I'm glad for you.
Yeah, Agnes. See, Agnes say don't drink cocoa tea from all you. And don't drink Carlo soup from all you.
Why she don't tell you keep your body quiet?
Yeah, well, I well quiet. What a girl? Yeah.
still find she don't tell you the right thing.
Daddy!
Cocotti make daddy lie down.
That's why he lie down, because Cocotti drink, he can't get up. Why you said it?
I don't hear what you say, Papa.
You waiting
I'm
on
not Cocotti I make.
Well, you don't get your shum shalamai already, so you could drink
You
Cocotti.
waiting on the Cocotti.
Well, you don't get your shum shalamai already, you could drink anything. You could drink anything.
Papa laugh. Papa say nice.
Yeah, well, take your shum shalamai. Take
Yes,
that.
let me take it. Let me take it. Better is that he take to go in the belly and don't take something else.
Can you have something to say this morning? I want you to listen.
Hey, well, always listening.
No, I want you to sit down. When you hear 7:30 strike, listen.
Well, I'm going to make me porridge fast.
Make your porridge fast, because when 7:30 strike,
okay.
trouble a wall.
Yes.
All right, then
Okay,
later. Diane!
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. It's real. It's 91. Good morning, Caribbean. And somebody else is calling. Let me see who this is. On the WhatsApp? That's kind of strange at this time. Good morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Well,
Good
look at that. Look at girl there on cell phone. Well, look at that. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Whole time I can't get the phone giving me trouble.
Oh, okay. So, talk to me, my dear. Talk to me.
Good morning to the nation. I read from the word of God, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He lead me in the pathway of righteousness for his name. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me, in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
Amen.
This is the end of his scripture reading.
Amen. Amen, my dear. How are you?
I'm good.
Like the phone home getting trouble?
Yeah, the phone giving trouble, but the internet is giving trouble the whole time. I don't know if it's that. Phone.
Yeah, that could be part of the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, nice to hear you, darling. Take care.
Have a wonderful day.
All right, bye-bye. All right. Yeah, that was my dear friend, Drumsticks. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Good morning, Grenada. What's up? What's popping? What's happening in your part of the world? I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. So we got the weather. That's going to come up at about 20 minutes after the hour. As for me right now, I tell you, please, I say to you guys, I have something that I need to raise this morning. So please, listen up for it, and that should come like at around 7:30.
Oh, yes. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. For me and you. Save water. For the future too. Save water. Every drop you can. Save water. For the Caribbean. Save water. Save water. How do we save water? Invest in making things better.
Make things better.
Make dams, reservoirs and pipelines stronger.
New policies and plans to take action.
Educate the entire nation.
Water is a finite resource.
That needs urgent recourse. Save water. Save water.
For me and you.
Save water.
For the future too.
Save water.
Every drop you can.
Save water.
For the Caribbean.
Save water. Save water.
Water. The whole Caribbean in the same climate.
Same problems and same challenges.
Together we'll find the solutions.
Together we'll take action.
Our water secure Caribbean
It's a crucial mission.
We need some urgent action.
Leaders of our nation.
action. Save water. Save water, save water. For me and you, save water. For the future too, save water. Every drop you can, save water. For the Caribbean, save water. Save water, save water. Save.
Don't let your water bill get too high.
Save water. Save the water that falling from the sky. Save water. Full up your blueberries. Save water. Full up all your berries. Save water. Full up your blueberries. Save water. Full up all your berries. Save water.
The Caribbean Tourism Organization's 2024 Sustainable Tourism Conference is coming to Grenada in conjunction with the Grenada Tourism Authority from April 22nd to April 24th at the Radisson Grenada Convention Center. Join us as we delve into the theme of the 5 Ps: people, planet, prosperity, purpose, and partnership. Whether you're a student, an industry professional, an advocate for sustainability, or a company driving change with innovative eco-conscious practices, there's something for everyone at the 2024 Caribbean Tourism Organization's Sustainable Tourism Conference. Mark your calendars for April 22nd to 24th and register now at CaribbeanSTC.com to be a part of the conversation that will Organization and the Grenada Tourism Authority. Don't miss this opportunity. Register today at CaribbeanSTC.com or call 440-2001 for more information.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Quad Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Quad Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No. You shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Grenlec, energize.
Yes.
Good morning.
Culture.
Amidat.
It's the number one.
Stay tuned. Weather that's coming.
Yes, the number one. Oh, yes. The number one. It's the number one. Why you this don't agree? Culture. I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man, Japanese and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing Chugging along in the morning time. This is Real FM. 21 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. Add 10 seconds to that, and you've got the correct time. Oh, yes. Everybody. But you know what? We're going to add the voice to our radio this morning, and that voice is Eugene Wint. Good morning, Eugene.
Good morning to you, and good morning to listeners also. Here's weather for today, Thursday, the 18th of April. Currently at Pointley, experiencing free and hazy conditions. Winds are from the east-southeast at 50 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 12.1 millibars, which is below normal and rising. The present temperature is 28.8 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 77%. Yesterday's maximum temperature quarter was 31.3 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 27.6 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was no rainfall recorded at Pointley, hence April's total remains at 6.6 millimeters. Now let's go to the public forecast for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, Peter Martinique. The weather is expected to be generally fair, breezy and hazy, with few light isolated showers. There is also an advisory for moderate haze. Today's maximum temperature is high of 31.5 degrees Celsius. The winds come from the east to east-southeast at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting high at times. Seas are expected to be moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. There is also a small craft advisory which remains in effect. Tides are currently rising to high at 11:30 this morning, then fall to at 6:30 this evening. Sunset this evening is at 19 minutes past 6, and sunrise tomorrow morning is at 8 minutes to 6. Just to recap, is the public forecast for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique. Weather is expected to be generally fair, breezy and hazy, with few light isolated showers. There is also an advisory for moderate haze, and a small craft advisory remains in effect. For the mid-service side of my Bishop International Airport, this is Eugene.
Thank you, Eugene. Have a great day, my brother.
Thank you, same to you.
Okay, great. Eugene Wint at the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office, 22 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. Now, here's what gives. Straight up. I've got something that I want to raise this morning. You know, I don't really raise many things these days. You know, I can't just being easy and being cool. But I have something to raise this morning. So I'm going to start raising it around about 7:35 thereabouts, all right? Now, I really and truly want you to hear, I want to hear it, I want you to listen to it. Do you understand? So make sure you do everything that you want to do. And around about 7:35 is when I will start. It is totally devastating. I never believed that something like that could happen. And then I realized that, shucks, I just didn't believe because it never happened to someone around me. All right? It's flabbergasting. You know, and I just have to speak on it this morning. All right? So listen up for that, round about 7:35 thereabouts. Please, you can call your friend and say, hey, Andre has something that he wants to share with us this morning. And especially the people of St. Patrick. Especially the people of St. Patrick. And by extension, the people of St. Patrick who live in the diaspora. I want you to hear this. So if you're listening to J1 FM, or you're listening to Noise Radio inside of Fun City, Brooklyn, if you're listening to those guys, make sure around about 7:35, stay glued. Stay glued. Because what I have... Collins, good morning to you, my friend Collins. And if somebody's hearing this and call Collins and say, yo, you need to listen to Andre in about 10 minutes time. Share the stream, just let it go viral this morning, because what I'm about to say is totally devastating.
Agriculture, oh yes, everybody.
GRENDEC Community Partnership Initiative.
On behalf of the Grenada Athletic Association, we want to thank GRENDEC for the presentation of the check. This is not the first time that they are supporting our character games. I can remember clearly in 2016 they were part of the celebration. GRENDEC has always supported us in all of our activities, in our development programs. They have been there with us, and we are very thankful for that, and we sincerely hope that we'll be able to keep them as one of our sponsors.
GRENDEC.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Third-party outages are caused by parties external to Grenville. Kite flying is one of the major causes of third-party outages also.
Kite flying over the years has proven to be an issue that has created many outages on our systems.
This Easter, Grenlec would like you to keep your kite in sight. Use an open area with no overhead power lines. Avoid personal injury through electric shock. Avoid damaging property and causing inconvenience through power outages. Enjoy tradition safely. Avoid damage and injury.
The new national party St. Patrick's West presents Skankin' Sweet on Saturday, April 27. A back-in-time party. Bar ice cold. Doors open at 10 p.m. Early bird tickets $15. More after. Music by DJ Just Gus, The Immortal, Small Clothes International. Where? At the arena. Where else? In Plains in St. Patrick. Skankin' Sweet. See you there.
Ho, ho.
Are you feeling sluggish and can't climb that hill? Do you want to restore the energy you burned throughout the week? This and every Friday at the center on Main Street to Dare St. Patrick's. It's Bulldog Friday on sale for only $2. Yes, $2. Woohoo! You can get your mojo back when you purchase a Bulldog energy drink. Can it get any better? Available only at the center of it all.
Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. For me and you. Save water. For the future too. Save water. Every drop we can. Save water. For the Caribbean. Save water. Save water. How do we save water? Invest in making things better. Make things better. Make dams, reservoirs and pipelines stronger. New policies and plans to take action. Educate the entire nation. Water is a finite resource that needs urgent recourse. Save water. Save water. For me and you. Save water. For the future too. Save water. Every drop you can. Save water. For the Caribbean. Save water. Save water.
The whole Caribbean in the same climate.
Same problems and same challenges.
Together we'll find the solutions.
Together we'll take action.
Our water secure Caribbean
is a crucial mission.
We need some urgent action.
Leaders of our nation. Save water. Save water. Save water. For me and you. Save water. For the future too. Save water. Every drop we can. Save water. For the Caribbean. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save.
Don't let your water bill get too high.
Save water. Save the water that falling from the sky. Save water. Full up your blueberries. Save water. Full up all your berries. Save water. Full up your blueberries. Save water. Full up all your berries. Save water.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes,
Tic tac, tic tac, tic tac, toe.
number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Japanese and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the old thing flap. Why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture.
All right, so I did promise you that before we started the agricultural program this morning that I had something to say. Yes, one of my guests already here, Dr. Antoine, and it's nice to have him here this early. And with all things being equal, I would have gone right into a conversation with Dr. Antoine. However, all things are not equal this morning. Definitely not equal. Yeah, we're going to get into the conversation. Don't worry, Dr. Antoine. It's just that all things are not equal this morning. Now, I have a message for the people of St. Patrick. And it's a very serious message. And here, Dr. Antoine, you can look at me and you can listen to the message that I have for the people of St. Patrick. And the message is simple. Do not, and listen to me carefully, do not get sick or do not put yourself in a position that you will need medical attention between 4 p.m. and 8 a.m. And that's a very, very serious one. Again, I repeat to the people of St. Patrick, I repeat, do not get in a position as you or a family member may need medical attention after 4 p.m. and before 8 a.m. I know we have challenges as it relates to health. I know that we have challenges as it relates to health. And I know that at different times, decisions are taken. And these decisions that are taken may not always be the correct ones. May not always be the correct ones, because the human being strives for perfection, but he doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. But perfection is what we strive for. But when dumb things and dumb decisions are taken, and these dumb decisions cause the loss of lives, then you have to wonder, where are the idiots? Where are they positioned who are taking these dumb decisions? Check this out. An elderly lady last night had to be rushed to a doctor. No, listen to me. It would have been after 7, 8 o'clock thereabouts. And that person, thank God, there was a doctor still in attendance who was still around. Because there was no available medical service at the Sauters Health Complex. There was no medical service. Not a nurse, not an orderly, not a nothing at the Sauters Health Complex. So the person had to go to a private doctor. It was a serious emergency for the person. And the doctor, realizing that, decided, hey, you have to go to the hospital. And I'll tell you how serious it is. Because a lot of the times, when they examine you and whatever, and they realize that, okay, fine, this person can stem the tide, they send them off to Maribor. The doctor, understanding the severity of the situation, decided, no, we have to send this person to St. George's, where, quote unquote, better health care is available. Remember I said the person is an elderly person. Not a spring chicken like you, not a hard fowl like me, but an elderly person. Do you understand? So the doctor now had to get the ambulance because the doctor, did not believe that it was the wisest thing to send that person onto the hospital in a private vehicle. So he had to now call for an ambulance. Where did he have to call? Maribor. He had to call Maribor Hospital to remove an ambulance that is supposed to be there for the people of our biggest parish. So even if there are 2 ambulances in Maribor, even if there are 2, which I doubt it, I stand corrected, but even if there are 2, he is removing one to come to St. Patrick and leaving one in the biggest parish. But he has to do it because he has a patient. He doesn't have a choice. So he makes the call. When I was informed that the call was made, where I live, I can see the ambulance if it goes by. And I realized, well, how long was that call made? And the call was made like about half an hour. Right? Before I knew the call was made, it was made like about half an hour. So here's this. And I want you all to share this, I want you all to share this because it is important. It's important that you understand what is happening in your dearly beloved Grenada. It's very important that you know what is happening in your dearly beloved Grenada. Now, when I realized that half an hour from Maribor to Sateers is enough for an ambulance, so I called a friend, and that friend gave me the number for the Maribor Hospital. I called. Pleasant young lady answered. And she just sounded full of life. So she gave me hope. And I said to her, hey, this is what happened. And she says, I need to put you on to the emergency department. Hold, please. Another pleasant young lady answered. Remember, I say ladies, and this is the night after 9, 10 o'clock thereabouts, a pleasant young lady answered. And I inquired as to the status of the ambulance. And she said to me, hold on. And she came back and said to me, the ambulance left about 20 minutes ago. So I said, okay, thank you. Now I'm thinking 20 minutes ago, that's enough time for an ambulance to get from Maribor to Sateers. That's enough time. I get to Sateers from Grenville in 15 minutes. And I ain't have no, revolving red lights and siren blaring. I ain't got that. And I get to Sateers in 15 minutes. Ask the bus drivers. There's some of them who get to Sateers in 10 minutes. They know that. And that ain't no joke. You guys know that. I can get from here to Tivoli in about 5. Dr. Antoine is shaking his head. I can prove it to you this morning, Doc. When you finish here, I can take you on a ride to Tivoli, and I get you there in 5 minutes. That's not a joke. But in any event, she said 20 minutes. So I said, okay, fine. I waited, because where I live, the ambulance must go past me. So I'm like, okay, let me wait. I waited 23 minutes. 23 minutes I waited. And I did not see the ambulance go by. So I called back the hospital. I got the pleasant lady again, the receptionist who answered the phone. Wonderful young lady. Don't know who she is. But she answered the phone. And I said, look, I just called. And she said, oh, let me put you back to emergency. She put me back. The same pleasant young lady answered. And I said, well, here's what. I called just now about the ambulance, and you told me that the ambulance left in about 20 minutes ago. When I called, I says, no, 23 minutes has gone by. And if we do the maths, that is like 40 something minutes, 43 minutes if we do the maths. I says, well, the interesting thing is that I have not seen the ambulance as yet. Now, that pleasant young lady, before she could respond to me, there was a clong in the background. A clong in the background. Don't know who the clong is. But that clong said something that was rather alarming. So what's the point? That is what the clown said. So I'm still talking to the young lady, and I said to her, I says, I really and truly, I hope I don't have to call back. And the clown said, I hope so too. I'm not speaking to the clown. But the clown, however, is hearing, because maybe how the system is set up, the clown can hear. But I can hear the clown. And the clown made those statements. And then what came to me was, this is the fault in our health system. We have some clowns, and they need to be weeded out. Suffice to say, let's leave that day. At the 30-minute mark, by the time I had 30 minutes after I'd made contact with Maribor, where I'm seated, I'm not seeing the ambulances yet, but I can see flashing red lights. So I call the person and I say, hey, the ambulance is on its way, just about to go past me. And it did go past me. But you know what's interesting, Dr. Antoine? The ambulance is going to pick up somebody to take to the hospital. And Dr. Antoine, the driver driving slower than you. I tell you what, friends, I'll give you an idea of how fast, and the people of St. Patrick would know. I'll give you, not how fast, how slow the driver was going. Imagine that there is a funeral, and the funeral service is taking place at the Snell Hall Seventh-day Adventist Church. So you know that there ain't no procession of people behind the hearse. It's just a matter of the vehicles coming down behind the hearse. So check the speed that the hearse will be driving at, because they ain't going no pace. They ain't pacemaking. And the ambulance was going slower than the hearse. And it cruised past me. So I called a person who was affiliated to the emergency, and I say, hey, the ambulance just cruised past me. So that person, they're waiting for the ambulance in the High Street area. Called me back shortly and said, the ambulance just cruised in. Cruising, And I'm serious about this, there is an emergency. It is an elderly person, and you're cruising. Now, I don't know why they're cruising. But suffice to say, I didn't know at that time why they were cruising. They picked up the person, gone on to, I don't know how they would have driven, because they're going west. They did not come back to go east to take them to town. They didn't pass my way, so it means that they went down the west. Check this out. Only to realize, after I spoke to the same person who called me and told me the ambulance cruised in, only to realize there was one male nurse or an orderly or whatever with the ambulance. And then, based on how serious the situation was, and I have a feeling it was an orderly, not a nurse, with the driver. Orderly just to strap the person in and, lift and strap in and make sure everything, and off they go. Now, the ambulance now has to move on to St. George's. But first, it has to go to Redmond to pick up a nurse. It has to go to Redmond to pick up a nurse. Thank you very much. You get in the picture, So it goes to Redmond, picks up a nurse, and then goes on to St. George's. So they get to St. George's and everything is fine. Only the same person who spoke to me on the phone. And I spoke to them this morning and said, hey, what's up, blah, blah. And they said to me, look, everything's okay. The lady's in the hospital. They admitted her, and they're going to be running some checks and, to find out what's the situation. No, she said, no, I have to tell you about the ambulance. And I don't want you to be mad on the radio tomorrow for the ambulance cruising by. I says, what gives? And he says, the driver, I went to tell him thanks for coming. And the driver said, thank you. you are the first person in years who have made me feel special. And I'm sorry I couldn't have gotten there faster because I was tired. I've done my chores, my duties already, and I am tired. I was driving along and falling asleep on the road. Tired, eyes closing. Eyes closing. Yes, that is what took place. So I'm not going to be hard on the driver. Driver, you did your best. Thank you very much. But still, you were cruising. You were cruising.
Safely.
Safe you was. Now, when I do my checks and balances, I realize something that is so very important. It's not funny. That's why I opened up. My opening salvo was, do not get sick after 4 o'clock and before 8 o'clock in the morning. Like about this time, let me see, 7:52, don't get sick. And I'm going to put up a picture. For those who can view it, this is the picture, and that's why I could say don't get sick before 8 o'clock in the morning. Because on my way to work, I have to drive past the medical complex. So I drove into the yard. Yes, I trespassed. You could say that. You could lock me up. I drove into the yard because I know that I usually see a vehicle parked up in the yard. First, the ambulance for St. Patrick that works between 8 and 4 was not there. Where it gone? I don't know. But there's a vehicle. Yes, I have to call it a derelict vehicle because it's not working. But for those of you who are viewing, and Dr. Antoine, I can give you a look at the pictures so you see exactly what I'm talking about. You can click on them. You see them there. You can click on them. You could use phone. You can click on them. So there's this vehicle parked up there, derelict vehicle. And it says on the side of the vehicle, ambulance donated to the people of St. Patrick's by Dr. H. James. Ambulance donated to the people of St. Patrick by Dr. H. James. The number is GAP, G meaning government, GAP 12. That's the number of the vehicle. It's called a Sprinter. I don't know what Sprinter is, but that's the make of the vehicle. A Sprinter. Donated to the people of St. Patrick's by Dr. H. James. And that's not the first one that Dr. James has donated to the people of St. Patrick. It's not the first one. That one is left there too. A couple months ago, I was speaking to a bus driver. And he was saying to me, boy, I got a deal. I'm like, what's the deal? He says, you ever seen a bus park up, an ambulance park up by the complex? I says, yeah. He says, I buy it. I say, is it good? He says, nothing really wrong with it that much. It only take me a couple $1,000. I go do a body work and thing, but only a couple $1,000 to do whatever engine work and thing, and I have it on the road. It's a private bus driver. A private bus driver bought a van. Well, I call it a van because he makes it into a bus, whatever. Yes. He bought that from the Ministry of Health. He bought that from the Ministry of Health. They had it parked up on the same premises. If all you want to go, they fence it. On the same premises. Within 10 feet of the same one that I just showed you. So he was able to buy it, fix it up. I don't know if he have it on the road as yet. I'll find out. But he was able to purchase it and fix it up. That was his plan. And as far as he's concerned, he got a real deal. Why we couldn't fix it with our taxpayers' money? Huh? Listen.
Government, do something. The parliamentary representatives, because the Sauters Health Complex sits in the west, on the other side of the road. So the Sauters Health Complex is in the east. And if you're going to Grenville, the east would be, when you get there, the east is in the west, the Sauters Health Complex, in the west. So if you're driving along and you're going to Grenville from here, from Sauters, on your right will be Sauters Health Complex. That's the west. On your left is the east. That's how the demographics be. That's how it's split up. So I'm calling on both representatives, Dennis Cornwall or Dennis Matthew Cornwall, Joseph Andel. I don't know your middle name. I don't know if you have one. I'm calling on both of you to stand up if you have the balls to do so. Normally I say intestinal fortitude.
Yes.
I'm not saying that this morning. If you have the balls to do so, stand up, Joseph Andel. Stand up, Dennis Cornwall, and do something for the people who voted you into office. How is it that you allow that to happen? How is it you allow that to happen? That ain't making sense. Thank God the person got to the hospital alive. But you had a driver who was tired. He was tired. Now, let me give you all a little thing. You see that one that's down there? That GAP 12 or GAP 12? Listen. We have a lot of people listening in the diaspora. I don't know where that vehicle come from, whether it's wherever part of the world you come from. That is an easy thing to do so and to handle. We have mechanics in St. Patrick. We have. I'm sure of that. One of them is my cousin. And he's also the cousin of the representative in St. Patrick East. He's a Cornwall too. Danny Cornwall. Am I related to Dennis? I don't know. But I'm not related to Danny. Now listen to this. Danny is a mechanic. A Ministry of Health and Cornwall and Andal, I'm speaking to y'all. Danny is a mechanic. We have other mechanics in St. Patrick. We have Sugar down the road there who does press in and press out and press in of bushings and all kind of thing. Whatever you call him, I don't know. I'll find the word just now. He is in St. Patrick. A machinist. That's the word I was looking for. You found my word. He is in St. Patrick's. He's a machinist. And I am sure he will give up his time. I am sure Danny will give up his time. I'm positive, I'm cocksure about that. And we have Wayne, who does bodywork, and Top Cat, who does bodywork. I'm sure they too will give up their time. Give us, Cornwall and Andal, I'm saying to you, give us, the people of St. Patrick, the authority to fix that ambulance there if you don't have. I don't know if you have. If you don't have, give us the authority to fix that one. Don't sell it. Give us the authority to fix it. Say what? Fix it all if all you could. Because I'm sure that we have folks in the diaspora. I am sure who would do so and send us parts that we need for this vehicle. As a matter of fact, I am also sure, now he doesn't know this, but I'm also sure that Dr. Entwine will give us the first $1,000 towards this. Am I right, sir?
That's true.
No, say it with confidence.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would donate to that, yes. Definitely.
You understand? So we already have $1,000 donated to us by a gentleman from the parish of St. Patrick, but he's a Grenadian. And we call him, we say from St. Patrick. You have to say that. Not St. Andrew, they can forget that. But in any event, come on. Stop pussyfooting with our health. I don't like it. Joseph Andal, I don't like it. Dennis Cornwall, I don't like it. I don't come here and, listen, I don't come here and bad beat you guys. But this morning, you had to get mentioned. You understand? You guys remind me of that guy from Paraclete, Lafayette up there. Darius. He's a song called People Playing Their Ass. Not Ras you want to say, you know what you want to say. You guys playing their ass. That's what it is, you know. You playing their ass. Fix this thing. First thing you have to do, you know, is to fix this thing. And listen, this is another thing I can give you. Watch, don't bother call right now, and I'm not taking calls. Don't bother call. I'm not Francis Pierre. Francis Pierre does stop in the middle of the thing and take calls. I'm not taking calls. So don't call. Could hang up. Let me tell you. In relation to drivers, we got a lot of drivers. So if it's a situation, if it is a situation where you don't have drivers for the night and you need to have drivers for the night, we have a lot of drivers in St. Patrick. And I'm not asking to go and take Tom, Dick, Harry, Mary, and Jane all over the place. No. We are going to select from those who volunteer. We're going to select the best core drivers. And we're going to have them on a rotation basis, night. So if you can't, and they're not asking for money. They don't want money. Your driver is working from 8 to 4. We can get drivers to have one from 4 to 12 and another one from 12 to 8 in the morning. We can get that in St. Patrick's. If it's one thing we have is drivers. Because we could drive you mad. Trust me. Dennis Cornwall and Joseph Andal, Hugar, we could drive you mad if you don't fix the system. We cannot do this and then you guys asking why people don't want to come back and why they don't want to invest. That's why. And they come and give some cock and bull. Oh, we're doing a hospital and that is one of our achievements. Achieve what? Achieve what? Your bloody polyclinic down in Guelph wasting. Because if the polyclinic was working, then the woman who was taken to the hospital last night did not have to go to St. George's. She'd have gone to Guelph and be stabilized there and thing. And then this morning, if she had to go on to St. George's, or somebody was coming there, they could have done that. They could have handled that. But you have a polyclinic wasting. Oh, you're looking nice and you're on the hill. That's it. So I hope that y'all, those of you who want to, I hope all you see the umbrellas donated by to the people of St. Patrick by Dr. H. James. By the way, he's from Montreal. Only Montreal people will do things like that. Where I'm from too. Yeah, only we do things like that. Henry, good morning. Henry's from Montreal too. Now, I have to go to agriculture. So I'm going to take a break and we're going to have the discussion on agriculture. Dr. Antoine, has the bit of information that he usually shares on the... Is this the last Thursday in the month? No?
Third Thursday.
The third Thursday in the month. So we're going to have that. I thank you for listening.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And I really want you folks to understand and to know. Yes, I probably will come back to it, but we need to do so and get busy with it. We need to do so and have things in such a way that we, the people of St. Patrick's, we are outside of Carriacou, PD, Martinique. We are the furthest away from our main medical center. We are the furthest away. Do you understand? And that's not good. To have that kind of treatment, to have the thing rolling down like that, it ain't good at all, at all, at all. So we need to fix it. Again, good morning to you guys. God bless, and know that I love and I care about my people in St. Patrick. One love.
Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No, you shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Grenlec, energize.
Year 2024, Itel City Sports presents the 4th annual Football Under the Lights at Roselle Plainfield in St. Patrick. $20,000 up for grabs in cash and prizes. First place winner in the senior will receive $4,000 and under 17, $1,500. Second place, $3,000 and under 17, $1,000. The dream team all the way from St. David's is ready to defend. Come witness one game nightly on weekdays and 2 games on weekends. It's 2 competitions, one for the seniors and the other for under 17. Registration fee $400 for seniors and under 17 is free. All teams will be able to register at least 20 players. All players must have their uniform and must be numbered. Contact 538-7509 or 406-9580. Football under the lights. Saturday, February 3rd until April 30th. Roselle Plainfield, St. Patrick's. Be there.
On Saturday, May 11th, we're doing it special for all mothers. As PQ and Frida Dick Sauce presents A Mother's Love. A Mother's Love. A love affair going down at the Arena Nightclub, Plains in St. Patrick's. And your DJs keeping you rocking all night long. It's DJ Just Gus, PQ and Cut Squad, DJ Mad Kid and Glendon, and the 473 Rulers. And trust me, you can't afford to miss this one. $500 cash prize for the eldest and youngest mother with ID, plus loads of exciting prizes for the ladies. Appliances, groceries, dinner, hair and nail do, ladies gift basket, phone credit and much more. Admission $20. It's A Mother's Love, the Arena Nightclub, Plains in St. Patrick, Saturday, May 11th from 9 p.m. Sponsored by Coca-Cola, WeFM, Top FM, Shandy Carib, Digicel, Boss FM, Calico Shopping Center, Latouche Interior, Jimmy Bones Bar, Dwayne's Grocery and Bar, Nickers Acrylics, and Kimberly's Hair and Beauty Studio.
The Caribbean Tourism Organization's 2024 Sustainable Tourism Conference is coming to Grenada in conjunction with the Grenada Tourism Authority from April 22nd to April 24th at the Radisson Grenada Convention Center. Join us as we delve into the theme of the 5 Ps: people, planet, prosperity, purpose, and partnership. Whether you're a student, an industry professional, an advocate for sustainability, or a company driving change with innovative eco-conscious practices, there's something for everyone at the 2024 Caribbean Tourism Organization's Sustainable Tourism Conference. Mark your calendars for April 22nd to 24th and register now at CaribbeanSTC.com to be a part of the conversation that will shape a brighter future for sustainable tourism in the Caribbean. Brought to you by the Caribbean Tourism Organization and the Grenada Tourism Authority. Don't miss this opportunity. Register today at CaribbeanSTC.com or call 440-2001 for more information.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sizzle.
Let your imagination
Enhance your style with color by Sissons.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. You know, Dr. Antoine, before I say good morning to you officially, I got a piece of information, friends, relating to the issue that I was just speaking about, and it's just laughable. The ambulance for St. Patrick that I did not see yesterday, this morning, when I went into the compound and I didn't see the ambulance, neither did I see security. Yeah, there's no security officer there to tell me, come on in. And it's an open place I can drive in. If you thought I violated the law, lock me up. Trespassing is a crime in Grenada. Lock me up for trespassing. I did. That was just around 6:40. So I'm telling you the time I trespassed. Check your cameras if you have some there. But I've just been reliably informed that the ambulance for St. Patrick was not in the yard this morning, and even if it was needed last night, it would not have been available because it gone on service. Oh, golly! Who's civilized and who's a jackass? It gone on service? Let me let you all know something. There's a guy called Xander. He drives a bus. His bus leaves Sateas round about 10 minutes to 7, Monday to Friday, to go to St. George's. He has people that he picks up religiously. And if something is wrong with Xander's bus, he will tell another bus driver to fill his slot. Do you understand? So if a bus driver could do that, how come the Ministry of Health don't know that if they removing the vehicle for it to be serviced, because you don't know how long it's going to take, what you do is you put one there. Man, watch. Not Senator, is Minister Telesford, who is the Minister for Health. Chief, do something now. Handle something. Seriously. All these are said are crazy people, seriously. Dr. Antoine, your friends are said are crazy people. Seriously, Doc, your friends are said are crazy people. I don't understand. Nonetheless, blam, shut that one. Doc, what's up? How you doing, my brother?
Good morning, Andrew. Fine, thanks. And I'm glad to be here with you again one more time on our monthly agricultural program.
Mm-hmm.
And this morning we want to discuss, or at least inform our people some more about the value of ginger and its health benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In fact, ginger historically has been considered a medicinal herb, right? Historically, especially in Asia, in India and China. And it's only recently we're beginning to fully appreciate the value of ginger as a medicinal spice. Yeah? So that's how valuable that's considered. As regards its role, ginger has several unique properties, including anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. which is one of the unique things that gives it that medicinal property. It also has some anti-cancer properties to it. Andre?
That's ginger.
Ginger.
But you see, you just know that. But when I lived there, I spent a couple of years in New York, yeah? When I lived there, right next to where I worked was this Chinese food place. The Chinese guy, he was taller than I don't know how the hell he was taller than me, yeah? Chinese, not that's unusual. His name was Paul. All right, so two things. He had Paul as an English name, and then he was taller than me. I had to look up to him. But he was the one who ran the place. So after I got to know him, and one day I went into, I said, Paulie, I want something to eat, man. So he says, what? He had the thing of throwing up his hands like, you know what? And I said, I don't know. He said, okay, come back. So I went, and after about 10, 15 minutes, I went back. And the gentleman gave me a bowl with rice and a chicken stew. So I'm like, okay. I went over by my place and I sat down and I ate. And by the time I put the first spoonful in, I realized, no, I'm eating something different. Chinese don't cook that. And then I realized there was a tremendous amount of ginger added to it. So after I finished eating, so I went over and said, Paul, how come you all don't sell that? He said, no. Staff only. You check?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Staff only, he said, So I was just lucky because I said to him, give me something to eat.
Yes.
And from that, whenever I go in, even Chris in my days there, Rayburn, because we work close by, we will go inside and say staff only. So he knows what we want, and we will get it.
Yes.
Because they are preparing that for themselves with all the herbs and spices and whatever. Ginger.
Yes.
Was in it, or is in it, I dare say.
Remember we've been trying to highlight the issue of spice up your life, Isla Spice, and which means that we need, in an active way, on a daily basis, increase the number and range of spice we use as well as the amount. And there are a lot of cultures where ginger is used very heavily in the cuisine, and we don't use it too much in our cuisine. It's safe to say we do the ginger beer and maybe a little bit of ginger cake, and that's about it, And of course, the ginger candies, but there are a wider range of stuff that we could literally use the ginger in, so as to achieve or get the benefits of that gingerol unique property that aids and assists our health. So yes, we need to use more for ginger specifically, but also remember some of the properties ginger has. You have other turmeric also has similar properties. As well as clove and garlic, for example. Garlic is also known to have some anti-cancer properties as well. So we need to, on a daily basis, like your experience, you had a very serious dose of ginger. So too, we need to step up the amount of the various spices we use on a daily basis, including cinnamon, including nutmeg, including clove, including pimento, including black pepper. And yes, of course, ginger, which is the one we want to highlight today.
Before you go on, and I believe that's one of our problems, is that we don't know what our spices are. Because if you ask the average person, they will not qualify ginger as a spice.
That's true.
That is something that we have to do. I mean, you are trying your best to do it, to highlight and to promote and to identify different spices. Dalton does when he comes, identify and promote different spices. However, I believe that people like the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, the waste of time place, I consider them waste of time because they don't do nothing. They just sit down there and shudder. In any event, that's another topic for another day. The Ministry for Agriculture, they can cause infomercials to be done. They're looking for content to put on GIS. These are the things that they can use as content.
I agree.
These are the things that they can use as content. Send the GIS people out in the field, to the man who has a field of ginger, and shoot and make nice things out of that thing, and show people how you can use ginger. You know, you harvest it, you show them how you plant the ginger, how you harvest the ginger, and how the ginger gets to the kitchen, and let the food and nutrition people take it from there. You have a nice little 5-minute to show you how to use ginger, if there's a word called properly, how to use ginger properly, so as to get all the properties from it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things we may not be aware of is the fact that ginger, because of its unique health properties, is highly used in the pharmaceutical industry.
There you go.
Yeah. And it's one of those little secrets that we're not aware of, but there are some unique compounds in the ginger spice that facilitates and makes and help improve our health, including our immune system as well. So the long and short is that as a people with a wide range of spices in our backyard, in our garden, in the supermarkets, in the shops, we need to step up our daily use of those spices, including ginger, so that you could have a cup of strong ginger tea in the morning, a bowl of ginger soup in the evening, and ginger tart or ginger pastry, whatever, in the evening. But not be afraid to use the different spices 2-3 different times for the day. And not just use just one of the spices, but a combination of those spices. So, but ginger is one of those unique medicinal properties. And research has shown that it has anti-cancer properties against several of the various cell types, including cervical. And yeah. So we need to make our people more aware of that situation. But then the challenge is getting them to use ginger on a more daily basis.
But that it comes back to the waste of time people, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. These people, they do not promote our spices. I can't, as a matter of fact, put it this way, I cannot tell you off the cuff what they promote.
That's the point.
I cannot tell you off the cuff what they promote. I cannot tell you what they would have promoted years gone by. But then we have a thing called the Grenada GFNC, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. Give me a break. Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, and we have children eating garbage in schools.
I know.
And this is not a knock on the people in the kitchen of the schools. This is a knock on the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, because you are supposed to know what the schools are getting in terms of stores, and therefore you can instruct. You pass on and say, this is what we want you to do. We want you to add ginger. Not ginger so that when they bite it, they can get it, but grated ginger so they get the flavor. We want you, instead of using curry, if you stewing or if you're changing the color of the chicken, we don't want you to use curry. We want you to use turmeric.
Yes.
Those sort of things.
Yes.
But you're not doing. If you're going to give the children a treat in the week and you're going to give them something to drink because you're probably giving them what we call dry food, provisions, and you're going to give them a glass of something, why can't it be ginger?
Well, it should be, and one of the benefits of that, especially if it comes to feeding the school children, would be our farmers would benefit ultimately, i.e. in terms of increased production, in terms of a ready market for the ginger, as well as in so many cases you might find they may be able to just donate or contribute a portion of their produce to the schools. But to be able to use the whole product is a very useful thing, because in addition to getting the bioactive compounds present in the ginger, the way if it's just grated, then you end up getting a lot of the fiber as well that has nutritional benefits in the intestine, in the gut system. Right? So it's a wholesome food. It's a spice that we ought to be using on a daily basis, just as we need to be using cinnamon on a daily basis, just as we need to be using our nutmeg in our diet on a daily basis, just as we need to be using our turmeric on a daily basis. And yes, it's true we don't grow garlic here, but
We should start.
We should be using garlic on
We
a
should
daily.
start.
Well, actually, I must tell you a secret. I've been creating a patch of garlic. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, because we need to, in part because I noticed the quality of the garlic we get from the supermarkets are not very high quality. They seem to be moldy, for the most part.
The housewives these days, they're able to look and say, oh, that's not good garlic.
I used to know.
That comes from another place.
Yes.
I wouldn't mention the place,
Yes.
but that comes from there. I don't want that garlic. I want the other garlic. And I'm going to say, well, how you guys know that? And they go, yeah, we know.
Yes, you could tell. So yes, the long and short is that we as a people, known as the Isle of Spice, is another additional reason why we should demonstrate to the rest of the world that yes, we understand our spices. We know the health and medicinal benefits of our spices. We know the nutritional and culinary benefits of our spices. And so we have to demonstrate that understanding by using the various spices on a daily basis. Use them in various combinations, So those of us who make a shake on mornings, for example, put some ginger in it, of course. You're doing your cocoa, put some ginger in it. You're doing your herbal tea, be it the sage or the black sage, whatever, put some ginger in it. And not just ginger, you could also add something like clove and cinnamon. And so those things do help to improve our health.
Is it okay, because I do it, but I'm just asking for me and other people, is it okay if I just take a piece of ginger, wash it properly, and just toss it into the blender?
Yes.
I don't have to peel it.
No need to peel. Well, how do you think the commercial houses use the ginger? They don't peel its turmeric. They don't peel the ginger. Just wash it properly, thoroughly, to ensure that all the dirt and excess microbes on the outside are removed. Prior to use. Same thing for cocoa. One of the reasons why cocoa tastes the way it is because we sell them the shell, right? You think they're going to throw the shell?
What do you mean the shell? Like
on the bean itself, yeah. When you send the cocoa out, you send the cocoa with the shell, the bean. Yeah. Yes, the shell on the cocoa.
Yeah.
They don't throw the shell. Come on.
What do you mean they don't throw out the shell?
For what? To where?
So we get that back? So that's Cadbury?
I do not know which companies do that, but the long and short is companies, if you pay money for the shell, why throw it? It's a cost factor that you have to make use of the shell one way or the other. Be it as a raw material for something else, or be it just as a part of the overall grinding of the cocoa, whatever the case may be. But however it's used, the shell is never lost. It's like our situation here with our nutmegs. We should find better ways to get greater value from our nutmeg shells, but we don't do that. Similarly, we should find greater ways to get greater value from our cocoa pods. We don't do that. The long and short is we just use the core of our produce, and the bulk of it we tend to discard for whatever reason. But we're in a situation where, in fact, we should begin to think of upcycling many of those so-called byproducts and waste products from our agricultural produce. Yeah. So nothing should go to waste. One of the things I learned recently, Andrew, is that the coconut, we take it for granted here, for example. But guess what? The coconut has a tremendous range of uses to the point where every part of the coconut tree has value. But we don't see that way, right? All we know is just... That's all we see, right? So the skin of the coconut is used to produce fibers and a whole range of other byproducts from that fiber. Yeah. The frond is used in some cases to produce homes and shelters, houses, right? And the stem, the trunk of the coconut tree is used for as lumber, So we have to figure out how we can better use all our agricultural material in terms of upcycling those material to do value-added products. And that's one of the major weaknesses of our economy, where a tremendous amount of our agricultural material goes to waste, and a small percentage of it is used for commercial purposes. In the case of the ginger, for example, once it's harvested, you could always, it's a crop that grows very quickly, right? And while if you pay greater attention to the to the husbandry of the produce or the crop, you might get a higher, better quality. But at the same time, most farmers, once they put the rhizome in the ground, they tend to just ensure it gets water and then move on until harvesting time, So there's minimal input in terms of its production. The same could probably be said for turmeric. The long and short is this, though. Once we produce those spices, we have to find greater and better ways to make use of those spices in our daily lives on a daily basis, 2-3 times every day.
The coconut. I know we're going to deal with the coconut in its entirety for another morning, and then you can show the value of all the different parts of the coconut as you go along. But the coconut has so much value to it, and I keep wondering why people who have the lands, why aren't they investing? They just have the lands there and not necessarily investing in coconuts, which is something that you could just put on a patch of coconuts and just forget it, as you say, and in a couple of years, 3-4 years, and you start to harvest yourself.
Yeah.
But then again, Doc, it goes back, and government is a continuum. So this government has to take whatever comes with it, because government is a continuum. It goes back, and it speaks to the way the system is structured. Because the people who work in the system, not at all times you have to do so and strangle a minister, but the people who work in the system, they know what have to be done. They're just not doing it. And that's a sad thing.
Yeah, one of the challenges, we don't take our purpose seriously, or we don't see the purpose of our activity. And so we probably need to be a little more purposeful or intentional in our activities. And if we could do that, it will end up, we would have much greater results and achievements from our daily work. Yes, we don't have to take ourselves seriously, but at least what we do, we have to take very seriously, because it's of value, it's of importance to our society. The ministry, for example, yes, recently I know they did provide some ginger plants to the farmers. There was a big mass production of plants in Maribo, I think it was. And then there was this big distribution that was done to the farmers. One of the things, though, is that frequently I've heard anecdotal stories of people receiving products or free material from the government, be it in the form of plant material or be it in the form of labor assistance, given to so-called farmers who end up not doing anything with the material.
Well, I'll give you a classic on this one. Roland Bowler. Good morning to Roland Bowler. How are you doing there, Chief Man? I hope everything is okay with you. Roland Bowler told me one time, and he was Minister for Agriculture at that time, I believe, and he said to me, look, he went to a friend's home, and he saw the sauce-up that they purchased these plants. Nobody gave it to them. They purchased the sauce-up plants. There would have been about 10 or so plants of sauce-up, and they were all around the outside shower, outside bathroom. That's where they were. And his joke to me was, Andre, them things look like they're ready to bear. That's to tell you how long that was there. He said they look like they're ready to bear.
Yeah.
And these are trees that the person purchased.
Yeah.
So it shows the negligence. And maybe one thing we can do so as to cause the people to plant the stuff is say to them, okay, fine, if you spend $100 and we can come to your farm in 3 months' time and we can see that $100, we will refund you $50.
That could be a great incentive.
That's an incentive.
Yes.
We can't give you all back, but we can refund you $50, or we can cause $50 to go into a fund where you can go and purchase fertilizer that you need.
Yes, that's an alternative idea as well. But yeah, there ought to be some incentive scheme for farmers to ensure and encourage them in their production.
You guys need to give Andre a job.
Isn't Andre doing a great job on every Thursday morning?
Yeah.
He
ain't getting paid. That's a bad thing.
Well, that's a good part of Andre. That's the good part of Andre. You're providing a service to our people, and guess what? You'll be surprised to realize the benefit of that.
You got a caller though.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Andre.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Antoine.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, referring to two things, the nutmeg and the coconut. First of all, the nutmeg. Now, in growing up, our people used to make a lot of jams and jelly with the nutmeg pod. But I'm not seeing that nobody is using, or I'm not aware that anybody is using nutmeg pods now for making any product. Yeah, I'm not seeing the nutmeg pod is not being used any longer. In terms of the coconut, like you said, coconut, everything in the coconut. And you know, coconut wood is very, very beautiful. It's a very, very beautiful wood. You can make a lot of Indo products with coconut. However, over the years, we have lost our coconut estate like Livera, Paradise, Simoons, Pearls. These were coconut producing estates. We no longer have coconuts in that volume because when we had when Tempe was producing the Tempe blue soap, there was a lot of coconuts in our country. And the whole value, for human consumption in our coconut, and we allow the international organization to tell us that our coconut oil has too much cholesterol and what have you. Today we are finding out that coconut oil is one of the best oils in the world. So that this morning that program, and every Thursday, I think it's a wonderful program that Mr. Andrew and Relay FM is doing, and I would like that program to continue, and not only continue, but people pay heed to the program and let us see a better production coming out from that program. And if we can encourage the owner of that factory that is lying idle in Moustique there to get it up and running, I think it would be very beneficial to the farmers of Bush Grove, the surrounding communities, and Grenada economy as a whole. Thank you very kindly, gentlemen.
Have a nice day.
Great point, Comrade Brave Boy. Fully appreciated. I think he made an important point that I want to amplify, the value-added essentiality that's necessary for the development of our agriculture. Where in the past we would have used the coconut to make the blue soap. Why have we lost the production of soap as one of our industry in Grenada? And he's making an additional point. Why do we have nutmeg processing plants that can convert the raw material to oils and fat idle for years? In other words, the whole concept of value adding, as far as we're concerned, has not been given the real attention it deserves, because at the end of the day, if you really and truly want to develop the agricultural sector, it is important that we develop the manufacturing sector so as to absorb as much of this as is possible all the excess agricultural produce and waste material. So here's the coconut, for example, we just made reference to, but the same thing could be said about the banana. The banana plant, all parts of it could be used in one form or the other, right? Be it for fibers or be it for food. In the case of the cinnamon, which is a spice, we could use all parts of the cinnamon, the leaf, the bark, etc., to obtain various essential oils and material for the culinary or pharmaceutical industry. So the fact that we fail to add value to most of our agricultural material is indicative of where we are at this point, i.e., we don't have any significant value adding to our agricultural produce. And we fail to give the necessary attention. But guess what? For the economy to really move off, we have to introduce and step up our industrialization, such as to ensure that the agricultural base develop as well. So you cannot be talking about developing agriculture without thinking of developing the manufacturing sector that will absorb a lot of the agricultural material. And so here we are. We have factories that are capable of producing useful value-added products idle. We have the Last Suggest facility that's capable of processing a lot of our foods.
The juice thing?
Yes, it's still idle.
Where is that?
It's still in Last Suggest.
Well, I'm going to take a pop shot here.
Yeah.
I thought that it was owned. Well, not thought. It was owned by a Mitchell.
Yes, Dr. Winston Mitchell.
Right, Dr. Winston. So I aligned him to Keith Mitchell instantly, right? Keith Mitchell was the Prime Minister. Blah. Keith Mitchell is no longer the Prime Minister, but closer to him is Deacon Mitchell, right there. Boom, St. David's. What are you doing, Prime Minister Deacon?
The plant is idle. It's not in use.
The plant is idle. What are you doing, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell?
And one of the unique things about
is that his cousin? Do you know?
I don't know the relationship between those Mitchells. But the fact that we have assets, significant industrial and manufacturing assets idle, speaks a lot about who we are.
That's millions of dollars sitting right there.
Yes. We do not value adding as much as we talk about value adding. One, two.
And then before you go on the two, you haven't spoken about
the Mali oil plant as well.
Yeah.
So there we are. But we are good at wasting valuable assets, equipment, resources, including our agricultural raw material. And unless we don't get that guidance from the political leadership that would provide the plan for how we're going to move forward with our agricultural sector and the manufacturing sector. Until then, we still continue to wait for foreign investors to come in and tell us what can and what they will do. And they don't do anything that's of importance to us. They do what's going to generate money for them. And so we need to bear that in mind. If we don't take on the responsibility of developing the economy by developing in a serious way the agricultural sector alongside the manufacturing sector, until then we'll continue to have the biggest portion of our resources, which is worth millions, if not billions of dollars, potentially remaining wasted.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we have a call online. This is real. This is 91.9. Stay with us.
Yes, agriculture.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it, and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price. And they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It's time to hit the road again with Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited for the annual Pump It Up Family Fun Walk. Gather your friends, bring out the family, organize your group, come out in your numbers and pump it up to a healthier lifestyle while supporting a worthy cause. Join us in Carriacou on April 14th at 4 p.m. as we pump it up from the Harveyvale playing field to the Hillsborough playing field. Then we bring the action to the mainland on April 21st at 4 p.m. from Montrouge playing field to Kirani James Athletic Stadium. It's a fun family affair with lots of prizes and giveaways. Register today because this is the final fundraising push for the re-establishment of the Carlton home. Individual packages are $20, while packages for groups of 3 or more are $15 each while stocks last. Register online at www.grenadacorpbank.com or at any one of our retail banking units. Visit our website for more details.
Welcome home. Grenlec Community Partnership Initiative.
On behalf of the nation, we want to thank Grenlec for the presentation of their check. This is not the first time that they are supporting our character games. I can remember clearly in 2016 they were part of the celebration. You know that Grenlec has always supported us in all of our activities, in our development programs. They have been there with us and we are very thankful for that, and we sincerely hope that we will be able to keep them as one of our sponsors.
Grenlec, energizing our community.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one, it's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jacked this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why?
91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning to the Caribbean. Andrea Donald together with Dr. Twine. Doc, I believe we have a call online, so it's on our landline. So we take it. No calls on the WhatsApp as yet for the morning, but we have a landline caller. Morning, how you doing?
Good morning, Andre.
Yeah.
And good morning to your listening audience. Now, Andre, as I continue to listen to this program and listen to all your other programs, I come to the conclusion that successive government from an agricultural standpoint would have failed us, despite the fact there are those who would have done more than others. Because what I'm saying is that after all these years, it puzzles me that these folks who are educated, who are university graduates, who are very bright and intelligent, have not come up with what I would categorize as a solution to our agriculture problem in Grenada. For example, our extension officers. I'm trying to figure out what is the real responsibility of extension officers when it comes to the development of agriculture in the country. For example, the school feeding program. Government, the Food and Nutrition Council with the responsibility to come up with an adequate diet when it comes to what we produce here to feed our children. After all these years, I'm saying all of this to say that we cannot compete from an agriculture standpoint. We cannot compete on an international basis. We have to look at our local, how we could do things locally, and with the excess, how we can make some money with it from a regional standpoint. So I'm saying this, Andre, it puzzles me that after all these years, based on all the things we can produce in Grenada, based on what we know we could do with the things that we produce in this country, how come from an agriculture standpoint we still where we are? I'll give you a quick example. I work in a hotel outside of Grenada, and there was a day when we had to do a dinner. So the head chef, he called me by name and he said, well, listen, you need to get these things organized. When I look at the tin, I see banana navel. So I say, banana navel, I say, well, based on my understanding of this thing, these are things, we just cut out this thing in order to, we say, so the banana could fool, faster. So I say, chef, what that is? So he called me by name. He said, man, aren't you from Grenada? I say, yes. He said, how come you don't know that? I say, yes, well, based on what I see there, I know what it is, but these are things we throw away. When I open the tin, I see, what we call the banana navel, we just cut out. I see the little, banana, flower, the fruit inside in the tin. I say, chef, well, I know this thing. He said, I say, but we just throw away that. He said, well, I'll just throw it away in Grenada. But on the international market, this thing costs a lot of money, and you're going to use it to make salad. I'm saying all of this to say that I don't understand why agriculture, from a local standpoint, is where it is. I don't know if we are people in position and authority that don't know what is happening. But I'm of the opinion that we have not made a genuine enough effort when it comes to agriculture in terms of benefiting the farmers, benefiting the consumers, and benefiting the country.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Antoine, any response to that?
I think the caller is dead on to the most critical issue facing our economy. Our gross failure over the many years to really make best and greatest use of our agricultural produce material as a basis for growing the economy. Too much of wastage occurs, so that, like you just referenced, the banana navel we throw away, but there are cultures where the banana navel is food. So in essence, that part of the banana has value. Yet still, that's the same part we throw away into the field, right? Similarly, the banana leaf has potential to make fibers, just as the stalk has potential to make fibers. And what do we do with it? We just throw it back into the field.
No, man, no. That's what the goats and the cows and the whatever eat.
Well, yeah, but you could also produce compost material of a more nutritional value by doing a combination of that with other useful byproducts, say from the breadfruit, for example, or from some other agricultural produce, together with a lot of corn stalk, etc., the gloricida leaf, etc., enriching that compost material. Animal feed. Yes.
Guess what?
Tell me.
Clifford on cell phone this morning? Jesus Christ. Clifford, good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre Donald. Good morning to Mr. Antoine and whoever else in the studio.
Move away from your radio, Clifford, or your television or whatever you're listening on.
Thank you. Yeah. Very brilliant point made by the caller before. Very extra brilliant, and is now backed up by Mr. Antoine. But who is to bell the cat? Who is to bell the cat? Is it the caller that called before? Is it Mr. Antoine? Is it the Ministry of Agriculture? Is it the technocrats in the Ministry of Agriculture? Is it the farmers? Who is to bell the cat?
We'll get Andre to do that.
Everybody.
I can't.
Everybody saying what. Everybody saying what is to be done. The gentleman said he blaming the extension officers. The extension officers are guide to the farmer. The extension officer cannot force the farmers to do what they want them to do. You're guiding the farmers and help the farmers to find loans and whatnot. If the structure is not in place, or if you have to go through so much red tape for you to get a loan, and other people could get a loan without no red tape, who is responsible? If the ministers could tell us this week, this estate will be the best for weed, and the next 2 weeks, you tell us something else.
You want that ganja? That ganja really, are you going to Clifford? You want to plant weed? You want to plant weed?
I don't want to plant weed.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying that the policymakers don't have the team the ideas together, and they are the guiders. They're supposed to be guiding. Yeah. Mr. Antoine, who is a professional, supposed to be able to go and sit down in the ministry and outline to the ministry the way forward. We just talked about that factory we have in St. David.
Clifford.
The Prime Minister should be.
Clifford, you have 5 seconds. Yeah. What's your time? Yeah.
Right, and the Prime Minister should be looking at that. We do a lot of talking.
Right.
But we, people like me, so the little person out there, we can't help that.
Clifford, we gotta do it. We gotta do it another time. Yeah, bro?
Right.
Okay, one love. Great. Dr. Antoine, you have 10 seconds to wrap this up this morning. Our time is, well, it was taken up by me and my
That's okay.
My monologue this morning.
That's okay.
Talk to me.
Okay. I think our callers are highlighting our gross failure to move our agricultural sector. But I insist and I maintain that the agricultural sector will move and needs to move forward together with the manufacturing sector. But an additional aspect necessary for moving our agricultural sector is the need for an educational institution that can teach scientific agriculture practices to our farmers, provide assistance and training to our farmers, help solve some of the technical problems facing our farmers in the field. And of course, yes, as Clifford was saying, we also need the government to provide the master plan as to how we're going to move the agricultural sector forward in tandem with the manufacturing sector. So, spice up your life, Ida Spice. Thank you very much.
Do you have a meeting today?
Yes, we do have a meeting this evening at 5:30 at the upper level in Baines Hall, Grenville.
How successful has those meetings been?
Well, we've been meeting for the most part. Sometimes we get higher numbers than other times, but the long and short is we do get active participants coming in on a monthly basis to our meeting.
And you're satisfied?
Yes,
I'm satisfied. See new membership every week? Every time?
Well, not necessarily. Well, new faces, yes. We've seen new faces, and we try to stay in touch with them through our social media contact system. We make phone calls.
I have a patch where I want to do ginger.
Yes.
I can do like about a quarter of an acre of ginger.
Sounds good to me.
I could, but I don't know what to do.
Well, you have to get the rhizome, make many plants or get plants from other farmers, and then just prepare the ground. Make sure you enrich the ground with a lot of pen manure fertilizer, which is the better type of fertilizer. And have some sufficient water for watering the plants, especially in the first 2-3 weeks of its life. And you should be able to get some useful results from that.
Thanks, Doc. Go ahead.
Now, I wanted to make one reference to what Dr. Braveboy, Dr. Braveboy Delbert said as regards the use of nutmeg pods. I think there's one company that uses nutmeg pods to make nutmeg syrup and other stuff here in Grenada. But we don't do it on a significant level. So at the end of the day, most of the nutmeg pods remain in the field. At the end of the day, though, we have to be the people who, quote unquote, have to bell the cat. We have to insist that our government formulate policies and make decisions that will ultimately benefit our farmers, and at the end of the day, help build our economy based on agricultural sector in tandem with, organically linked with the manufacturing sector. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
This is Real 91. 2 minutes after 9 o'clock, we're late with the news. Don't blame me, blame Antoine.
Thank you.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. The details when I return.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Welcome back. I am Maxine Antoine, head of the Agronomy Division in the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources. Alison Haynes has given the assurance that the ministry will continue to safeguard the preservation of traditional seeds and plants adaptable to Grenada's climatic conditions. In the region, opposition leader Jamel Pringle says he has reservations over the government's timeline for the planned return of regional airline Liat. Earlier this month, test flights of the sole Liat aircraft currently functioning, undertaken with Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority accesses on board, highlighted issues with the plane's landing gear and engine. Prime Minister Gaston Brown said at the weekend that the government has begun the process of replacing the faulty equipment. Successful test flights are critical to Liat receiving its air operator's certificate, enabling it to run commercial flights. On the international scene, Britain's Foreign Minister David Cameron said it was clear Israel was making a decision to act in response to the Iranian missile and drone strikes. He met Netanyahu in Jerusalem in an effort to stop the situation escalating into a regional conflict.
The situation is very concerning. It's right to show solidarity with Israel. It's right to have made our views clear about what should happen next, but it's clear the Israelis are making a decision to act. We hope they do so in a way that does as little to escalate this as possible, and in a way that, as I said yesterday, is smart as well as tough. But the real need is to refocus back on Hamas, back on the hostages, back on getting the aid in, back on getting a pause in the conflict in Gaza. That's why I'm here today, to talk to the Israeli government, to talk to the Palestinian Authority, to try and push those things forward. Well, we want to see coordinated sanctions against Iran. Britain has in many ways led the way with our new sanctions regime, sanctioning dozens of people in Iran, sanctioning the IRGC in its entirety.
And in sports, the Jamaica Football Federation has assembled an under-18 team to contest a week-long tournament in Turkey, which is aimed at strengthening the country's youth program and, by extension, prepare players for future tournaments. With there being no FIFA or CONCACAF Under-18 tournament to qualify for, Jamaica Football Federation's Technical Committee Chairman Rudolph Speed views this UEFA Under-18 Friendship Tournament as part of the Under-20 qualifying program and overall national team development. This ends the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. I am your presenter Maxine Antwine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
2024, Itel City Sports presents the 4th annual Football Under the Lights at Roselle Plainfield in St. Patrick. $20,000 up for grabs in cash and prizes. First place winner in the senior will receive $4,000 and under 17, $1,500. Second place, $3,000 and under 17, $1,000. The dream team all the way from St. David's is ready to defend. Come witness one game nightly on weekdays and 2 games on weekends. It's 2 competitions, one for the seniors and the other for under 17. Registration fee $400 for seniors and under 17 is free. All teams will be able to register at least 20 players. All players must have their uniform and must be numbered. Contact 538-7509 or 406-9580. Football Under the Lights. Saturday, February 3rd until April 30th. Roselle Plainfield, St. Patrick's. Be there.
Third-party outages are caused by parties external to Greenlake. Kite flying is one of the major causes of third-party outages also.
Kite flying over the years has proven to be an issue that has created many outages on our systems.
This Easter, Greenlake would like you to keep your kite in sight. Use an open area with no overhead power lines. Avoid personal injury through electric shock. Avoid damaging property and causing inconvenience through power outages. Enjoy tradition safely. Avoid damage and injury.
Are you feeling sluggish and can't climb that hill? Do you want to restore the energy you burned throughout the week? This and every Friday at the Center on Main Street to Dare St. Patrick's. It's Bulldog Friday, on sale for only $2. Yes, $2. Woohoo! You can get your mojo back when you purchase a